Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and coming back with my Broken Lords playthrough slash tutorial with part 2. Now, last time things were going relatively okay. I explained to you more or less the basis of every game for Broken Lords, and as you remember, I was also on a hunt for new city locations. So off camera I had a good look at the area around me, most particularly to the south of the areas I already control. So to be more exact, I had a look into these two regions. And there are fairly interesting choices over there, because first things first, keep in mind there is a quest, faction quest, that we'll get later on that will require us to found a new city in a location that gives us a least threat in dust, which when we turn our Fitzy icons on, you will find out to be very difficult. I had a good look at this region right there because it looks promising, but no matter where I settle, I would never ever get threat in dust, so it would be one shot at best. Which is not enough, and once you settle a city, you cannot trigger the quest, even if you make improvements that make you gain more dust. You have to settle in an already amazing location. Of course, it's possible that there are anomalies that I missed over here, and I will need to send a scout to check it out. However, it's also fairly unlikely. Now, the other possibility is this region. I was looking for a longest time into this area because it's a very nice area. It has two anomalies, one being escaped specimens, which are very useful for all factions, even for Broken Lords, because escaped specimens give you this extra bit of dust that you usually need. There's also some black dust nearby, which is just awesome sounding, and nearby there are also even moss piles, which is a little bit annoying because they are separated from the other wanderers. I mean, anomalies by untainted ruins, but hey, it's still a fairly nice location, but it wouldn't do. Now, on this side, however, we have a much better scenario. There's not only a lot of dust by its own already on the prairies, there's also what looks to be either a sea or inland water next to a river. There's also mineral rich. So if those tiles also contain dust, in even the smallest quantity, even if those are just 2 dust each, that will be good enough. Because you can actually complete this quest if all your tiles are 2 dust each, because as you can see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2, that's 14, that's more than you need. So yeah, I'm going to send a scout over there and hope that this area will yield a least threat in dust for me, and then I'll protect it with all my power to try and make sure that nobody else gets it, which will be a little bit difficult, mind you, because as you can see, there are other powers nearby. Necrophages really like to expand. Well, actually, I'm lying right now, because AI doesn't really like to expand too much as necrophages. It likes to go for like 2-3 cities and then just max them out in population to a ridiculous extent and swarm you with endless amounts of armies. So you really need to shut them down quickly, but they will not expand too heavily. They'll try to conquer cities instead. Those guys, however, I have no idea who they might be, but I don't like that they are so close to the region that I want to take. So I'll need to prepare some armies in order to take those regions back if necessary. And I'll obviously need to scout as well. So let's start by exploring those ruins, since I might as well. Extra dust is always useful. Now, what do I want to do with this army? I don't need this hero to be in here anymore, but I cannot unassign him just yet, because I need to keep him in this army for 4 more turns. Now, I could probably find a shortcut to those regions via this region, but I'll most surely discover the... Oh, actually, it looks like I already discovered the Broken Lords AI. That's fairly annoying. Well, at the very least, I can now make a shortcut. The reason why I didn't want to do this before is fairly simple. I simply didn't want them to find out about me, because once AI discovers you, it will declare war on you. In its current very basic AI state, it will declare war on you shortly after you are discovered. So this is fairly annoying, but something that you also need to bear in mind. Alright, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to try and take over Jalasteel. Let's hope that this is the case. Nope. That is not going to be the case, because there is a neutral army roaming nearby. I don't think anybody is going to try and steal this town from me. If they do, I'll cry myself to sleep. But I don't think this will be the case. So let us go ahead and scout a little bit more forward. It's very nice that Kazanji village is also still standing, which means that there is a possibility for a faction quest, which I like, as you might imagine. I would really love to buy out those stalwarts. I'll need a little bit more dust for it, and unfortunately I will not have enough by the end of this turn. So I could either save dust and hope to gain some extra dust from ruins or something, or alternatively I could right now use this dust to buy out a new population in Rolster, which would be also quite useful. However, I'm thinking about splitting my army, sending one guy over here to not only scout but also grab these ruins, so I'll not spend dust right now and hope to gain some extra dust from ruins. Because really, as Broken Lords, you really don't need that many quests from ruins, you want dust from ruins. Alright, this tower is slightly damaged. So let's send him out. Of course, as a broken lot, I can heal my units very cheaply and instantly. So it's not a very big problem deal that he's damaged. And of course, those ruins are empty. Well, too bad. I'll continue exploring, hopefully stumble upon some more ruins. That's a manufacturing village, not what I was looking for. Hunts look pretty awesome, but still that is not what I needed at all right now. They will not give me dust in any way, shape or form. I can hope for these ruins, but there's a quest associated with them, which actually doesn't matter, because this quest, A, after completing it, I'll gain access to whatever is inside those ruins. B, I'll be able then to explore those ruins once again in hope of finding dust. So there is that at the very least. Alright, I still cannot buy out Star Wars, but I'm thinking about still saving up the dust I have, just to be able to buy them out next 10 at the very least. Now this settler, I don't want to complete. He would be at risk of being attacked in my city, and I still don't know if there's a valid city location nearby. I just do not know, I don't have the information. And those attacks, ooh, that's actually fairly bad. I'm tempted to retrofit my Star Wars just so they can fight this, those attacks and not die. I might do it. Let's have a quick look at my Star Wars. Are they... Yeah, they have a pretty good set of retrofits. They should be able to take the attacks if I were to retrofit them, especially since outfight on the high ground from what I can see. Alright, I'll retrofit them. It costs me a bit of dust, yes. Oh, never mind, I'm out of my territory already. Didn't notice that. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, you can heal anywhere on the map, but you cannot retrofit your units once you exit your territory. Thankfully though, those attacks seem to have just wandered off. So now I could go into my territory for just a split second to retrofit, but I'd rather actually not do this. I just need those guys to be my scouts. So let's continue scouting, see what is in here. And are those settlers? No, they're just irregular dudes, which will probably not get attacked by attacks, because AI in every game cheats. We know that. It doesn't want to attack itself, and we've got a bit of escaped specimens goodness, which is nice, but I don't think this is enough dust for us, because this tower gives us no dust, so that's 2, 2, 2, 3, which is unfortunately not going to be good enough. Shame, because it's a really nice location, but still, I'm most likely going to expand over here anyway, just to have a city in this location, because it's a pretty good location, all things considered. There is a river nearby, there's quite a lot of dust, and there's also forests nearby, which could provide me with a bit of much needed production. So I wanted to say no to expanding over here, and in fact, I'm going to finish my cellar and buy out an assist for him as well. This means that I will not get a quest from those guys for a little bit longer, but I can send those guys up there to get a quest, so that's okay. I'll buy out my Star Wars to make sure that this seller is guarded in some way. Those are improved Star Wars, so they will not yield to one neutral unit, so that's good. Those broken lots seem to not want to attack me, but unfortunately they are also blocking my path. I'm just going to sit here for a while and hope that they go away. Meanwhile, those guys will most certainly go more or less in this location. I do want some ruins, but they're not my number one priority anymore. I just want to get the manufacturing quest. As simple as that. Alright, so let's end the 10. Hopefully those broken lords bastards are going to move somewhere else. Anyway, really, just stop blocking my path and I would appreciate it. Come on. I don't want to attack them because this would be a fairly... Oh, come on, war declared. Because this would be a fairly close fight. So who is it? Necrophages. That's bad. They probably have what it takes to take over my new city, and they will have what it takes to take out my future cities as well. Thankfully, right now AI is kinda dumb. It doesn't declare war on you when it's ready. It declares war on you, and then it sends its army at you. So I have a little bit of time to prepare the defenses for Jalasteel. And do I have anything useful in Jalasteel anyway? Yeah, I spent some dust on it, so I think I want to try and keep it if possible. Which is going to be a little bit tricky. As I said, it's a very rough start for us in this playthrough, but as I said before, again, it's also fairly good, because rough start means that you learn more by watching me play and trying to, you know, survive. So anyway, we got a little bit of Adamantium, which is completely useless for us right now, unless we get an item that requires Adamantium to equip. That's the only scenario in which Adamantium can be useful for you this early on. Still, at least we got something, and maybe we'll get some dust in those ruins. I really need it, so please give me dust. No, it's empty. That's a shame. Apparently my guys aren't that bad settlers after all. Anyway, enemy city is nearby. It's probably undefended considering that the enemy army was right there, so I could try and take it, which is fairly interesting, especially since this city looks to be located in a very, very nice spot. So I'm tempted to try, I really am. Of course, declaring war on those guys would be fairly difficult, and actually, never mind, I do not actually have the influence to do this, because when we look... Hey, when we look, I said, yeah, I need 38. So this is annoying. I'm pretty sure I could take this city, but if that's the case, I'll just not even bother trying, I think. Yeah, let's play it on the safe side. Meanwhile, I want this guy to keep exploring down the south and also secure this location if possible. So first of all, though I see some tasty, delicious ruins that I want to take. So I'll go ahead and grab them. Hopefully so for some dust. I really need to buy out as many things as possible. So let's set them and... well, I guess I could use some extra influence, which is so that's good. And also I do want to settle a new city, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this because Necro drones can kill my Star Wars very easily. And then I'll just have to try and cut with my sellers, which will also be rather difficult. So Dust Retro will be very important, but first of all, I will actually go for some Star Wars because I need them, and it will take me forever to make them as well because the city only has one population. That's fine. Alright, so where did I want to settle in this region? There are plenty of good locations because of the amount of dust and production you can get. I'm tempted to start with rivers, but then again, if I settle near a river, it will still take me quite a long time to actually get any bonuses from it. I will need to make an improvement, and my city will still be quite vulnerable to the enemy attacking it, especially so close to the enemy border. So what I could do instead... oh, they also banned something. Eric is... ooh, scary. So what I could do instead is set over here. So I'll still gain a reasonable amount of dust, but also get some production and science gain, quite a lot of it, which is definitely something I was lacking up to this point. So let's start making my way over here and hope for the best. Now, I still don't know actually where the tank village is. I know it's somewhere nearby, and it's actually... oh, they already banned it? Oh, those bastards. Well, I guess at the very least, those guys will not try and attack me right now, but I was hoping for another quest. That's fine, it's not a very big deal. I do have a language square, right? I'm not just imagining things. Yeah, I do have a language square, so that's good. Anyway, technology-wise, since we do need to get one, let's get a quest first and then see what technology we want to go for. So, let's go into Pali. What do they want? They want me to kill the monsters in Aurega ruins, and in return I get the knees of the golem. One of the worst things you can get in a minor faction quest. Alright, so now we know we don't have to really worry about it, because that's extra armor and for the use of titanium, so at least we'll be able to use it once we start harvesting titanium, but honestly, it's a fairly poor item. It's slightly better than your average titanium legs, but slightly, and that's about it. There is little reason to complete this quest unless we already stumble upon the ruins that we're supposed to go into, and there's enemies that are easy to kill. Are those ruins so far away? If that's the case, then I'll definitely not go over there. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Defender of the... wait, what? Those ruins! Okay, so this is actually slightly better, because that's in the way of our army, so we might stumble upon there. And as you can see, there are 3 stages of this quest, so it's very much possible that I'll gain more rewards. However, I've seen quests like this before, and if I'm not mistaken, every step is just going to give you more items. But it's possible that at the end we will also gain technology related to items, which would be much better. So now, all of a sudden, this quest gets a little bit more viable for me, and I'm slightly more interested in completing it. So to start moving my armies down south, I'll not only need to defend against necrophages now, but also try to complete this quest, which will be tricky in and on itself, but it's something that I'll try to do. Meanwhile, I do want to actually increase the population of Rouster. Reason being, I'm going to need all the extra dust I can get per population point as soon as possible, and I will also want to move my hero to the city as well. And I forgot to choose my research. Right. So what do I want to go for first? Well, I know that I will be able to use titanium once I start exploring it, so that's one of the possibilities. Search party is no longer useful for me at all, and just in case I'm right, and this quest will lead me to some better armor, weapons or accessories, I don't need to research better weapons or accessories, and I already have access to armor. So those are things I don't really need to concern myself with. Heroes are pretty good choice, because Broken Lord's heroes are actually viable. Every other faction can really struggle trying to get a new hero, but as Broken Lords you can get them for, maybe not for cheap, but you can have the dust to actually get them, so that's decent. Riders I definitely don't want. They are very useless against AI. I can imagine them being useful against humans or better AI in the future of this game because of their insane speed, but because of their fairly mediocre or rather actually just downright poor stats, I don't see them useful as a frontline unit, unlike my Star Wars or my future Dust Bishops, which are insanely good. So I will not bother researching riders. I don't have any access to luxury resources as of yet, I don't think. And as much as I could use some extra happiness, I think that right now it's more important to... I mean, science is a good idea, actually. Now that I think about it, I was going to go for extra titanium, but I think I need science. Especially to complete this first quest faster. So I'll go for science first, try to make libraries, and then I'll be able to complete my next 2 faction quests faster, which will require me to get more technologies from Era 1. So let's do this, and already queue up some luxuries and happiness, because this is something that I'll most likely go for next. Alright then, so far so good. Queued up a bunch of things, and did this then end? No, let's try and click it again. So as it happens, you just have to click again and it is going to work. No worries about that. What is my Empire Happiness actually right now? Never mind, it should be pretty good because I only have 2 cities. Yeah, it's content, no biggie. If you have 2 cities, you don't have to worry about happiness at all. If you have more, then maybe, but until then it's all good. Right, unfortunately because of those ruins, I can't really move 2 squares at once because you cannot end your 10 on ruins. Yeah, ruins right now, apparently they are very problematic for the game developers because they are having some difficulties coding them right in order to make them something else than just a mountain. From what I could gather, they are basically mountains because they give you no foots, you cannot end your movement on them, and it's very strange. Maybe they're not actually mountains, but more like a manufacturing village, that's what they are treated. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Anyway, it's an energy limitation that I guess the devs will try to go around. Let's keep exploring. Even more armies for the Broken Lords. I guess it might be the same army, but I don't think it's this fast, so it's slightly intimidating that it's here already. I can understand my hero already, but if I do so, then those Star Wars will get attacked and they will get killed. And those are improved Star Wars. They aren't just your average user Star Wars, they're improved ones. So I will need my hero to defend them. And I know that my hero doesn't have a lot of health, but he can still pack a punch. So he could make this battle winnable by me. Alright then. Meanwhile, those guys, do I want to keep searching for quests? Well, I might as well. So what do I want to go for quests? Because keep in mind, when you try and ask for a quest from a minor faction, it sometimes tells you to destroy a different minor faction, which just allows you to get a quest from the other one. So, if possible, I need to try and get a quest from a faction that I care about more. So there's an option of Seratan, which I don't care about too much, or the Kazanji, which I care much more about. So let's go ahead and make my way over there. Wait, no, those guys were supposed to be scouts, never mind. I'm getting distracted now. And I discard another AI, that is very bad. And they have a very considerable army as well, which is scary. If they attack my scouts, they will kill with no doubt about that. 4 rangers, that's a lot of rangers. Even though my guys can do okay against rangers 1-on-1, 1-on-4, yeah, I don't see myself living for very long. Which is fairly annoying, but it happens, I guess. Alright, so let's start amassing armies. Those guys might get attacked by the divers, but I think I will be okay if that happens. My main city, I could buy out Barrow Streets, I'd rather save my dust for the time being. My secondary city will need some extra defenders, but right now, yeah, I think I'll save my dust. I'll need to buy out Mill Foundry and whatnots in my newly founded city, so I'll just save up my dust for the time being. Hope that no necrophagers come in, because they can just take my new city outright without even trying. They can get it, no problemo. Then I'll obviously try to regain it back, and don't you think about this, Broken Lords. If you take my city, I'll take you on. I promise I will. In fact, I'm half tempted to just attack them already, just to limit their offensive capabilities. It will cost me some army strength, but I will have some high ground advantage as well, I think. It might not be the worst idea I ever had. It will be a risky one, and I will need to heal my hero if I want to successfully kill those guys, which is annoying. Let's see, can I settle a city this turn? Yes, I can actually, because I wanted to settle it over here anyway. So let's have a quick look. First of all, settle my city right about here. This region is now officially mine. I'm getting some extra influence with it, which is very nice. It will be useful on 1040. I can actually assimilate the Jotus, which is an interesting idea, but I don't have the production or dust necessary to use them as fighting units. And I want to assimilate Devers first because of the dust bonus they give me, so I'll not do this just yet, even though I could. So, let's have a quick look. Empire Made and Mill Foundry. The first one is going to cost me 120 dust. I can get it, but then I cannot safely attack this army right here, which I do want to do because I'm really afraid of the enemy. So I'm afraid, even though I could improve my economy, I need to make sure that the enemy doesn't have the means to attack me. And I need to protect my flanks, or rather my back. So let's go ahead and fight. Those guys look to be unimproved stalwarts. 44 life, 21 attack. And I've got 44 life, 23 attack. My defense is 12, their defense is 8. Yeah, I've got the advantage, especially over here on my side. As you can see, my hero is just inherently better than anything else they can throw at me. So it should be a winnable fight, by which I mean I'm definitely going to win it. I just hope I will not suffer too many casualties. It's very important that I start killing the enemy first. And it's very important to know that there's no cliff there, but I don't think there is. Because if I kill the enemy first, then keep in mind I'll start healing as well. So let us all focus on one enemy. And also this guy is actually going to hold this high ground for the time being, if at all possible. Because then the enemy will have to come here to attack me and I'll have the defender's bonus. Alright then, unfortunately this guy, it looks like he will go ahead and try to walk up this ramp. So let's have a quick look. This guy has a first turn and then this guy has a second. I'm afraid that this guy might walk over here and this will mess up with my AI pathing because I told those guys to focus on this guy. So instead what I will do is tell this guy to walk over here, and if that is impossible then he'll try to kill the enemy that is on the stile. So this will be okay more or less. And my hero will be able to attack this guy no matter what. So let's go ahead and do just that. So let's go ahead into battle resolution. This should be a killed unit for me already. Somebody got that critical strike, I think it was me. Unfortunately I can't heal because hero does not have the soul leech ability. That's okay. And this is the power of improving your equipment. As you can see, the enemy did not improve his, and I'm now being able to absolutely obliterate him. Which makes me happy. It's a good thing that I attack them because sure, I can kill them on the battlefield with relative ease, but they could still take over an undefended city because it's undefended. So it's all good that I actually decided to attack them, otherwise I could be in a little bit of trouble. Also, I think my hero would have died in this battle, but now I'm also thinking that it wouldn't matter because I would win it anyway. So in the grand scheme of things, I didn't need to heal him, but sometimes it's just better to be safe than sorry, to be frankly honest with you. Because if this battle was lost, then it would be very bad. But I think right there I could have taken the risk. I was being very paranoid. That's okay though, sometimes I can be paranoid. And actually, I'm really tempted to declare war on those guys. It could backstab, I mean fire back on me quite rapidly if those guys have a different army. But I think I can risk it. So let's go ahead and declare war. 38 influence, I can spare it. War declared, and now let's see if I can take the city. I could heal my units, and I'll do it just on the basis of I used this dust already, I might as well use it again. So let's go ahead, start the siege, and see if this city is defended. It's not, the enemy is dead, unless they have a different region somewhere. If they don't, then I just gained a very powerful 5 population city, and this is going to be a major improvement in my entire empire. And this city, because keep in mind, as what I said in the first video, you don't control cities, you control an empire. So this city is going to be a part of this empire that benefits other parts of the empire that need help right now. So with this extra dust, I should be able to gain a considerable amount of leverage and my war against the necrophages. Alright, Dust Dredger is an obvious first choice of structures in this city, since it does have a river nearby that I'll be able to benefit from. And in general, this city is really quite awesome. Chromatic land, ooh, so nice. They're also happy, why? And does chromatic land give me happiness? No. So why are they happy? Oh, it has a sewer system. Oh, that's very nice. Good. I do not even have that research, but those guys did, so that's useful. Now, my overall empire value actually increased as a result of that, because as you can guess, the sewer system influences not only my city happiness, but also my empire happiness. Empire happiness basically is a sum, or something rather, out of the happiness of your all other cities. So that's that. Also, we can now confirm that luxury resources, the cost of using luxury resources in your empire increases as you have more cities, but it always affects all of your cities. So that's nice to get a good, you know, to know that this is indeed the case, because we didn't get a confirmation on that before. Alright, we didn't know if that's true or not. Alright, so those water workers decided to leave me alone. Good, I probably have a few more turns before they declare war on me, but make no mistake, they will declare war. So, alright, so here's the deal. I can settle my city right over here and I will be able to fulfill my next faction quest. So what I need to do now is make sure that no wild walkers try to actually attack me. Now, by hovering over this region, as you can see, all of the outlines of this over here also start kind of blinking or whatnot, shrinking and growing, you know what I mean. Which means that this region bothering me is just one big region. So it's good, it means that the enemy didn't expand too much over there, it's just one big region. And it will be easier for me to defend against potential sellers. I just need to find out where the enemy is coming from and then blockade this area. But I will need units to do this, however, so that's a little bit of a problem. I'll try to do this, however, if at all possible. Alright, so let's keep moving my stalwarts. If possible, I really do want to gain more stalwarts. And in fact, because I have this other city that gives me a lot of dust, you know what, no, I need this dust, I really do, because I need those to actually give me bonus from empowerment and whatnot. And as a result of this city needing Empire Metal Mill Foundry, I'm going to focus on production for the time being, because it will get me those structures faster. Meanwhile, this city, I considered it a loss already, so let's just give me more dust. I'll let it give me more dust instead of getting a production, because I'm pretty sure I will lose one of those cities. And this one I can actually defend because of my armies nearby, and this one I consider to be possibly dead. Alright, as I thought, the Broken Lords are dead, which is good. That's one less enemy for me to worry about, one less enemy that would declare war on me. And yeah, it's pretty good. You know what? I actually think that I could have declared one on those guys outright without attacking the army, and then attack the city and hope that it would be undefended. It wouldn't be defended. Oh wait, but those enemies were close enough to reinforce the city. Never mind, this wouldn't work. But it was a possibility for the future reference. Alright, I can buy out Empowerment, which is something I'll definitely do. Next on the list is going to be Mill Foundry, which I also need. Alright, this is actually very nice. Botanical Gardens, something I'll definitely try to go for next. It's a very nice place. I'd like to live there actually. It might be a little bit too sunny now that I think about it, but during the night, oh, imagine this place. I mean, this artwork you could see right there, lit up by moonlight. Oh, this would be so beautiful. I've got tears in my eyes just thinking about this. Oh, this would be great. Alright, focus, Pancake. Don't get tearful and whatnot. Alright, so let's keep exploring. There are some ruins, so I'll go ahead and have a look over there. I also want to know where the enemy city is, so I know where the enemy is going to come from. Future enemy. They're not my enemies yet, but they will be in the future, trust me. And this area, I will need some army to take care of. And you know what? I'm tempted to actually go ahead and pull back my main army and kill those ruins. If I can get over there. And there's actually a neutral army in my way. That's fine though. That's pretty fine. So let's get over those guys over here. Make sure that they are nearby and able to reinforce my main army. I suppose that. And meanwhile, those Star Wars, what are they doing here? Alright, they were assisting my army. So there's a little bit of a problem. It looks like those wild walkers will try to kill my certain village. So I want to see if I can get a quest from them before. So I'll risk it and ask them for a quest before it is destroyed. So, do you have a quest for me? Make sure there are no enemy armies in the region in 5 turns. And I get a lot of titanium for it. Not a very difficult quest usually, but this time it is actually, because there is a very big army nearby. So that's not going to work, I'm afraid. At least it didn't force me to attack another army. Also, as you can see, this quest does not lead to any other objectives. So it's not very, very useful anyway. It's actually something interesting that I noticed. It's the same quest I got before from a different certain village in my different playthrough. I wonder if minor factions always give you the same quest. This would be very interesting if that was the case. Also a little bit sad, because that's a little bit less, you know, replayability per se, you know what I mean? But if that's the case, then you can focus on manufacturers that you want to take over. Because I need to keep an eye out on other manufacturers that I attack, because if this is the case, then I know for a fact I want to go ahead and search for boss villages, because they're the guys that gave me extra weapons last time. Anyway, public library is finished, so that's nice. One of my cities is besieged, however, and that's actually my home city. And it's besieged by a hero as well, so that's 4 unit army, probably all Necrodons, and a hero, which is probably a very powerful hero as well. So we need all my armies and my hero to even stand a chance against this monstrosity of an army. Which was possibly going to fail, actually. It might be a very bad thing for me right there. There isn't much I can do to protect this city. I mean, I can do some things, but not too many of them. Alright, first things first. I do need influence, and since this... No, I need also dust a lot. Alright. I mean, I need influence, because as you can see, I cannot even go for one tier 1 empire plan, because it costs 60 influence, and I'm getting 40.5 per 10 right now, which is quite frankly... No, I'm getting 7 per 10. Which will not get me there in time. Then again, I've got 9 turns. So I don't think I should be worried too much. No, it's okay. I'm in a little bit of a problem. Those Necrophagers can take my capital, but I've got a better city as my capital right now. So I don't need to worry too much about it. It's really surprising the enemy did not actually make a broad street nearby, because as you can see, there are some... No, I don't want to click it, no! Oh, misclick, stay, no, why? Oh, this is so bad. I didn't get to do anything last turn, anything. Well, let me try and show you what I meant to show you. There's an anomaly nearby, which gives you quite a bit of science and a bit of production as well, so this is nice. So by expanding in this general direction is a decent idea. I do not see any other useful things nearby, but there is also another river. There's some extra dust from prairies. I cannot believe I pressed Enter button. Misclicks are always the bane of my life, in fact. So yeah, that is that. But I still think I want to keep expanding down south. Let's go this direction, I guess. It's not a very bad idea. Alright, but what I need more than anything right now are extra units. So let's go ahead and grab some more Star Wars in the city. Why not? They'll be closer to the action. Let's go ahead and grab this one, finish this one outright for the lower price of 19 dust or 16, I don't remember what it was. Finish the Dust Dredger as well, why not? And this city is going to continue working on Mill Foundry, why not? Just keep working on it, dude, I believe in you. Wild Walkers lost one of their units, maybe they sold it. Oh no, it's over there, I'm just being blind, that's okay. And this Star Wars is just going to stay in my city just in case somebody tries to nick it from me. And I would rather this didn't happen because obviously I like this. No! Ruins! I forgot, alright. Turn around, turn out. Thankfully you can turn your units around once they are in motion, so there's at least that. So what do I need? Oh, that's a very nice quest. I basically need to explore 2 luxury resources and then all my extractors are going to be better. I mean my luxury extractors at the very least, which is very nice. It allows you to get a lot of luxury boosters very quickly, and this is also going to improve your empire in general. And this is very important for Broken Lords because wine is something that you will need a lot, because you will struggle with happiness as Broken Lords, and wine is going to help you with that, especially if you can gather more wine per turn, which augmented extractors are going to let you do. So it's a very nice quest. It does not have any turn limitation, and once you complete it, it's just going to be flat out awesome. So that's good. I'm very happy I got to get it. It's not dust which I need, but this quest, honestly, I'm willing to sacrifice dust to get this quest. It's just very good all around. Alright, so let's keep going. I don't dare explore those ruins just yet, and I just realized I can have at maximum 4 units in my army right now. Because I'm not in Era 2, and I don't have the tech to give me access to more units in army. Alright. Radical idea indeed, that's kind of funny. So let's end my turn already. It's something that I talked about before. I talked about VIP forums also. Unfortunately, to no avail as of yet. I need more support from other Endless Legend players, because I really think that an average army should have a little bit more units nearby. Of course, I could bring in reinforcements with it, but 4 units per army? I don't know, maybe it's biased, maybe it's just me, but it's because you can bring in reinforcements, but sometimes I feel like it could be a little bit better. Alright, so let's get one stalwart into my extra army, and the other one is going to be a reinforcement if I do need one. So let's explore those ruins, and I'm probably going to... I'm trapped! Survive if possible, but more importantly, make sure that everybody is killed. That's just cute. Alright, in return I get Moonleaf. Very nice luxury resource that I'll not be able to use because I have too many cities to actually use it. Still, it's a mount stimulant that is very nice looking, and it's made of moon. So that's very nice. Anyway, let's go into a manual battle. 2 demons. Demons are very scary, all things considered. They can pack a punch, they have nice stats all around, and they lower your stats if you stand nearby. So they are very scary. And if possible, I don't want to fight on a high ground. So, let us actually back away as much as possible. Because I want those guys to come to me and... I cannot deploy over here, can I? Well, because I want those guys to just be owned, quite frankly. And actually, I can move a little bit more forward. Now, the problem with demons, already they have a problem, being the demons, is the fact that they have barely any movement. On the map screen, demons have a lot of movement, but on the battle screen they can only move 1 hex at a time. I don't know why this is, it makes a little sense to be entirely honest with you, but it is the case. Anyway, I'm going to hold my ground with all my units. And actually I'm going to go into defensive position. Because I don't want to walk forward and attack the enemy just yet. I mean, I want my units to kind of advance, but I don't want them to advance too much. Now, I'm not sure what the my units are going to do when they are on defensive orders. I hope that they will not try and charge at the enemy. If they do, then this might cost me a lot. You know what? Let's have the front lines that can reach the enemy go on hold position, and the back lines. Pretty sure those guys cannot reach the enemy in 1 turn. What if they can though? I'll risk it. So those guys are just going to... Oh no, they can reach the enemy. For crying out loud! AI, why are you so dumb sometimes? You're on defensive as well. Oh well, I'm going to lose those Star Wars, no doubt about that. Not only am I intimidated, but also the enemy has a high ground advantage, so that's just peachy. Well, I guess I dealt some very, very minor damage. It's mildly infuriating though, it doesn't help anybody, the thing that just happened. So as you can see, those demons were able to easily dispatch my army, and my units are still standing still because of the fact that I am holding my position. And my enemies are just charging one by one into the enemy ranks, which is something that I really wanted to avoid. I should have gone for hold position, but I did not do it. And now I spit myself in the face for doing this kind of mistake. Really, really bad. So right now, my army is just going to be completely owned, which is really, really effing annoying. I have to be entirely honest with you. Alright, you move to the back of the enemy army if possible. You also move to the back of the enemy army if possible. Everybody else, go ahead and focus fire on the demon that is already on the slightly lower ground. And we'll see what happens. My hero, however, cannot actually reach the enemy 110, I'm pretty sure, because my units are blocking his movement. So it's very, very annoying. Can he reach the enemy? No, he can't! He's just going to stand there and be very, very annoying. Being like, yeah, I can't reach the enemy, what do you expect of me? I expect you to be not dumb! Seriously, sometimes. Nah, I can't wait for the AI to be improved in this game, because right now it's just making so ridiculous, stupid choices that it can be rather infuriating, I tell you. Man, at the very least, it is an alpha product that will be severely improved. Can something be severely improved? Whatever. So it will get better in the future. It's just right now it can sometimes be very annoying. Alright, so the enemy is dead. Barely even gave me any health back. And I lost a lot of Star Wars as a result of this battle. 2 Star Wars lost. 2 taking severe damage. My hero taking no damage, but that's not really important. So that's okay. Alright, so that's actually interesting. Oh no, that's very bad. I need to return to Devil's Village and return they will be pacified. That's useless. Oh well. At least I'll gain access to the others, so that's, I guess, something, but I was really hoping for some better tech. Well, I mean, any tech, in fact, but I didn't get it. Oh well, I've got plenty of dust now. I can buy out another Star Wars in the place of the one that I lost, so I'll gladly do just that. Of course, I could focus on improving my entire empire economy, but with a newly conquered city that doesn't look to be threatened by anybody just yet, I think I don't need to worry too much about that. My last Star Wars scout, I can continue exploring. Let's go over here, see what there is. I keep looking for the enemy city. I don't see it just yet, so let's keep exploring around this lake. Still doesn't look like the enemy is here. Certain village is being destroyed, already has been destroyed. Not a very big deal, honestly. I need to drink a bit of water, so give me a second. I need to get back into my juice drinking habit, because it's a very nice habit to have, actually. Oh well. The enemy for some reason is not attacking my city. I think it's just an AI problem, because they can actually assault my city outright and take it. They don't have to wait for this long. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I can keep my city alive, and I probably defend it as well, but it will be difficult, I tell me that. It's going to be 4 on 4, my units are damaged, and even if I do heal them, let's put it this way, I don't think it will work. I do have a hero, but the enemy has a hero as well. Now, I will need to actually have somebody to back my army. So I need to buy out even more Star Wars, and I can't do it right now. Do I dare and try and attack? Well, if I kill the enemy unit, I'll heal up. Alright, you know what? I'll keep making my way towards the enemy, and I'll actually switch this city into production focus. Then again, I will not gain the Star Wars unit as a reinforcement, will I? Maybe if I attacked with him... No. No, it will not work, unfortunately, never mind. Oh well. Alrighty then, let's keep exploring with the sword tower. And actually I just noticed, this videocast is fairly long already. And I don't think I need to make every videocast... Oh, hello, just the enemy city. Anyway, I don't think I need to make every one of my videocasts like 50 minutes long, especially since they're kinda annoying to watch, I imagine. Personally, I don't like watching videocasts that are more than 30 minutes long, so... I probably wouldn't like watching my own videocasts, so that's very bad. So let me just end it right here, in fact. So it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixbar. Thank you very much for watching. If you somehow managed to enjoy what you've seen, then please leave a like, leave a comment on all this good stuff. Thank you for watching again, I'm repeating myself, and I'll see you online. Also, yeah, before I end, this item will help my governors a lot, and I'll be very happy to have it. Anyway, see you later.